Hi, and welcome to the Point. Are you a real estate investor in St. John or want to be one? We are today talking to Sean Illman. He's a real estate investor in St. John. Him and Michelle Hardy has started a real estate investor group here in St. John. And just stay tuned. In a moment, we'll be talking to Sean. Hello, welcome back. This broadcast is live every Sunday evening on Facebook. This show is for landlords, investors, and property managers to get tips and information on managing your real estate investment. I am your host, Jason Fellmore, and today we'll be talking to Sean Illman on the show today. But just before we do, I want to say Happy Mother's Day, belated Mother's Day. We weren't on the air last week, so we did miss an opportunity to say anything. But this week, we're back. So today we have Sean Illman. He's an industrial maintenance electrical engineer by trade and a real estate investor. He started investing in 2016. Since then, he's JV'd with two others. It got together to acquire 8 properties, totaling 28 units in the uptown area in St. John. Sean, thank you for being on the show. So the second little technical glitch. There you are.
Thanks for having me, Jason.
No problem. Getting used to the new technology. Anyway, it's good to have you here. Let's see, where do we start? So let's tell us a little bit about yourself, Sean.
Well, like you said in the bio, I'm a industrial maintenance electrician, not engineer by trade, electrician.
No.
And about 3 or 4 years ago, I got interested in real estate investing and just started researching everything I could and came across a couple books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad being one of them, kind of sparked my interest. And that really, we started that book and finding biggerpockets.com. I don't know if you've heard of that website.
No.
It's U.S. focused, but there's a lot of Canadians on site. I reached out to a guy in Farrington who was very active on the site, and he kind of helped me through my first deal. And we've since become partners on numerous projects, like you said.
Okay, what was your biggest challenge?
Really just getting started, just dipping in that first one, doing a lot of research for the first year and a half. And it was really about just getting that first one underneath your belt and learning through that process by doing versus just by reading books or listening to a podcast. It was all about actually going out and doing it.
Okay, so what made you want to start this investors group in St. John? I've heard people for years talk about doing it, but no one's ever stepped up to do it.
Yeah, I guess it's about the continuing education. I like I said, I'm still very new in it. I just started like 3 years ago, and I'm always looking to learn from other people. So I found a group in Moncton, the Moncton Real Estate Investment Organization, and started going to their meetings. And early on, I was like, geez, I'd like to have this in St. John versus driving to Moncton. And
Right.
I just mentioned it to a couple of people, Michelle being one, and we just started talking and trying to make it a reality. So, yeah, that's where we're at now.
Okay, so what type of people do you think should be joining this group?
I think everyone that's involved in real estate on any level, from someone that hasn't started to people that have been doing it for years. It's about learning from everyone's mistakes and successes and being at the same table and talking to that human being versus researching online.
No, that's great. Where's the meeting being held?
33 Hanover Street, just off Crown Street at Canada Homes for Rent office.
No, I'm familiar with that place. I'm there right now.
Yeah.
What time and when? What day?
Tuesday night at 6:30. Anyone's welcome. There's no sign up. I'm interested to see how many people are going to show up for the first meeting. Hopefully we'll fill the seats and have enough room for everyone.
No, we got a pretty big boardroom, so hopefully it will accommodate everybody. What type of speakers do you think you'll be having on in the future as it goes on?
finance people. I'd like to have people that are actually investors themselves, have been doing it for a while. I think that's where the huge value is, people that have done it, and you can learn from them, as well as mortgage brokers and finance, commercial people, and really all about what people want to do. Whoever's around the table at the time, what they're looking to learn, that's what we'll end up doing, is reaching out to people.
Okay. Now, do you have a Facebook page or a website that people can go to?
Yeah, we just started a Facebook page a little while ago. It's St. John Real Estate Investment Organization. So you can look that up, and we'll keep people up to date on speakers. And we hope to have a monthly meeting, maybe 10 times a year. We may take off the summer depending on interest, but I think we'll go with the first 2 meetings and interest and see what we do over the summer.
Okay. Now, I know with the Moncton group, they do it once a month. Are you planning to do the meeting once a month? And I know they shut down in the summertime.
Yeah, once a month. And where we're just starting, we might roll it through the summertime. Just depends on interest, I guess. We'll, I guess, see Tuesday night who's interested in going through the summertime, hosting meetings. So, yeah, I guess we'll just play that by ear, and then we'll take off the summer.
Okay, no, that's great. So I'm going to throw this out to any viewers out there. If they have any questions, you can leave a comment below, and we will read your question here on the air. So I think there's a few people watching right now if they have any questions for you. All right, so yeah, that's exciting. I know for years people have talked about doing a group, but no one's ever started it. So it's nice to see that someone's actually taking the reins on this. Yeah. And getting it going. I've been to the group in Moncton. I've spoken there to that group before. I've been to the investment group in Ontario, the Oreo group. I've done a presentation there before. So it's very exciting that St. John is getting this type of group, especially where there's been a lot of interest in investing in the city these days. I know I've talked to it about Michelle in the past about why there's been such an increase of investor interest here in St. John. Do you have any thoughts on that?
The prices are fairly reasonable. I just think that people are looking to move in certain areas. Uptown's a big one right now. People are looking to move uptown. So if they want to move uptown, majority of the buildings are multi-unit. So they're almost becoming real estate investors by chance.
Right.
Because a lot of these buildings are multi-unit. So that could be one reason. I guess the high prices in other areas, you're seeing investment dollars from outside the city. That's another reason we're seeing an increase. And with social media, now that you see more people are doing it, I guess people realize that it can be done. And that's the thing about the group is if you plan on investing in real estate in 4 years' time or 5 years' time, it's a great time to go to the meetings now and start learning from people, their mistakes and their successes.
No, excellent. And I think that's what's important is learning from other people's mistakes, learning, how to invest, get involved in investing. It's a great group for anyone who's interested in investing, who's just starting to invest or is a seasoned investor. Yeah. Everyone can learn from each other. Now, you mentioned you read the Rich Dad, Poor Dad book. I've read that. I know a lot of investors have read that book. What did you take away from that? Like, what was the highlights for you?
Just about there's other places to put the money you're putting away in your saving, I guess. When I first thought about real estate investing, I thought I was going to end up putting money in my pocket right away, and that's really not the case. Not for the, I guess, the strategy I'm going at. So instead of investing in mutual funds or stocks, this is another avenue that you can build some wealth.
No, definitely. I know lots of investors that do quite well with their portfolios. With St. John, I read that most of your, if not all of your investments are in the uptown area. Was that planned
Yeah, I guess I started buying about 3 years ago, and I seen it increase. There was a buzz around just a certain area in Uptown. I guess with Historica area, they kind of were in the Uptown Prince William, Charlotte Street, and it was starting to break out from there. So I was able to get in at a good time, I think, before prices started to really increase.
No, excellent. If anyone has any questions, please put them in the comments, and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Let's see here. So you do some JVs as well, Sean. So it's not just investing on your own.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, I have 2 business partners, and the majority of our buildings are with those 2 other guys. I'm interested in doing other stuff, maybe some flips and whatnot, but it's still about the learning process. I don't know that end of the business, so I hope that someone in the group can bring that to the table.
Excellent. So that's this Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. at 33 Hanover Street.
No sign up. You don't need to sign up. Just show up.
Is there a cost to joining?
No cost. That's great about, I reached out to Jeff Murray early on about this group, and he offered up this space free of charge. So it was very generous of him. So I think that's great to have something like that where we're not having to worry about collecting money, who's a member, who's not a member. I think we'll collect a list of members through email just so we can have some contact, people that don't have Facebook and whatnot. But yeah, no membership fee, no sign up. Just
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that last part there. It kind of got muffled out.
It's if you can't make the meetings, you can't make the meetings.
Fair enough. And again, they can like the your Facebook page. I'm sure you'll post a lot of good information on there. Maybe
do that as we get the meetings. I didn't want to pump too much information out. Our first meeting, we're going to have Sean Power from Moncton come down and speak. And he'll give a little more context on what they've done over the last 10 years and how that group sort of evolved and kind of helped him real estate investing from going to those meetings. So we can give a little a story behind that.
Okay. Oh, we got a question here from Jeff Murray. Sean, are you starting to find it more difficult to find buildings that you would consider to be a good price?
Luckily, I'm not looking at buying any buildings right now. I got enough ones that I need to do some work on. So I haven't looked lately and ran the numbers, analyzed properties in the last, I'm going to say, 4 or 5 months. The odd one here and there, ones that kind of spark my interest, but I haven't really been digging deep at all the at the prices and whatnot.
Okay. So is there anything else you wanted to add? If anybody else there has any more questions, please pop them up in the comment box or like and share the show. If anyone out there wants to ask a question, again, just make a comment. All right, Sean. Let's see. I think we've discussed pretty much everything here. I can't think of anything else unless someone else has another question. Be a short show tonight.
Short show, yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for coming, Sean. Usually this is people just start pummeling us with questions is what I try to sign off. But again, thanks for coming. It's at 33 Hanover Street on this Tuesday. I believe that's the 22nd at 6:30 p.m. There's lots of parking outside. The boardroom is upstairs at that office. And I'm sure you're looking forward to seeing how many people actually show up.
Yeah, me too.
All right. So thanks for watching, everybody. It's a short show today. If you have any questions that you want or you didn't get a chance to ask, please put them in the comments below. I'll make sure Sean that gets those questions. Again, thanks for being on the show, Sean.
Thanks a lot. See you later, Jason.
All right. So, next week we're going to have Rob Burke on the show. He's going to talk about pest control and what landlords can do to protect their investments from different pests. Again, thank you for watching to the show this week. We'll be back next week with a new show. Thank you.